Okie doke. Now that's fun. This is wall washing. So basically, you can tell where I stopped. You can tell where I haven't been. All the way up. It's quite gross. Popcorn ceilings are complete. That took about 4 hours to do. Still a little wet in the area that he just finished, but it's complete. Probably the cleanest room in the house.
Yeah, you know, you just gotta pick it up and set it. Okay. All right. Yep. Yep. Okay. Bottom is pretty close to being right. So your side's got to come over. So what I want you to do, give me just a second. Bottom. I want, yeah, nail that. Put one nail in that bottom. I got your door. Good. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Push in on the doors. There we go.
Door is finished. Amazing. It makes for a neat little mudroom. I love it. And it's not that big, so we can, you know, somebody could put shelves and hooks, and it is ready to be drywalled. So, want to remind you on how gross this house used to be, and it's really coming together. I really like it. But you see those two, you see the light, and on either side, those two black things. Those are roach houses, and they're stuck to the ceiling. Yeah, it's gross. Jay said he found probably about 15 of those throughout all the cabinets that were in here. So, yep, he's gonna have to pull those off the ceiling. So, end of week, a lot has gotten done. Jay has started working on the walls. Here's the yellow room. So in the yellow room, this is one of the rooms that Devontae and I cleaned, and it was just gross. It still is. You still see a lot of nasty, but that's pretty much stained. But Jay had to sand. There was a lot of trash in the prior paint job, so it was really bumpy and kind of gross. So he went and just sanded the walls. It looks really good, and I'll show you what kind of sandpaper he used too. And then in the pink room, he did the same. Devontae and I never even got this room completely washed. We only got half of it. And he went through and just sanded all of it. So it kind of helped, and we didn't have to wash it. So here's the sandpaper that he's using. It's actually more like a mesh. And it's called Sand Net. So it's a net. And it's not quite sandpaper, but it acts as sandpaper. It's supposed to last longer, and it worked great. Did a beautiful job. Took a lot of trash out of the walls, so I think the walls are going to be really nice. And I'll have to go back through, and we'll have to wipe it all because it is kind of dusty. But he's got a lot of sanding to do, obviously, since he filled all these holes. Now, when you look at these holes, this is not one of the rooms that had the panels in, the wood panels in. So these are all just holes that found their way from the previous owner. So it's kind of gross. So the drywallers, speaking of drywall, the drywall people come on Monday. Well, today is Thursday, and Friday we're not working because it's supposed to snow. And where this house is, it gets a lot more snow in our area up here than it does where we live. And we live a little further south, about 12 miles. So we're not going to risk coming here and getting stuck on this side of town, or just being on this side of town for a long time, because people in the south don't know how to drive in snow. So anyway, we are pretty much ready for them. We've got a couple things we need to do, which is the windows, so that they can, because we're taking out this window, installing a new window here. We're going to have this drywalled in, so we got to have that ready. And then in the laundry room, we are taking both of those out and putting like an 18-inch high, 32-inch wide window, so it's not going to take up as much wall space, but you'll have daylight in there. So we got to do that. And then in this room back here, which is, you can't see, that original window that we took out that's in the front. So we got to put that in. So we will be working on Sunday to get it ready for Monday, because we did not expect the drywall guy to say, yeah, I'm ready. So here we go. We gotta move along so we can get this done. But that's the only 3 things we need to do, and then we're ready for drywall. So it's really moving along. Once we get the drywall in, get that mudded, then we can start putting in all the doors, get the doors in, the trim in, and then we paint. So we are moving. See ya. Have a good weekend.